What's happening, people? I'm in Seoul, South Korea, and today I'm going to be visiting one of the most heavily guarded borders in the whole world, the DMZ. Honestly, it's going to be such an incredible day. The time is currently just gone 7 o'clock in the morning. I'm heading to the bus station. I'm getting picked up in just a couple of minutes' time. It's going to be an amazing day. Without further ado, let's get into the vlog bay. The question is, have we got time for a coffee? I think we just about have. Hopefully it's open. Please tell me it is. Please tell me. Oh, thank God for that. Hello. Please, could I have a large caramel macchiato, please? Yes, please. Could I hot, please? Could I have big one?
Only.
What about this size here?
Only one size.
Only the small size. Could I have a cappuccino in this size, please?
Cappuccino only one size.
Only in this size. Okay. What's this coffee?
Hot latte.
Hot latte. Yeah, perfect. Thank you. With caramel syrup inside and an extra shot of coffee in it, please. Thank you. Right, all importantly, we have got a coffee in hand. Do you know what? That could be the first ever time that the second clip of the whole video is actually me getting a coffee and not just gaslighting it. And I don't even think I said at the start of this video, let's get a coffee bay. So, sod's law. But anyway, have a look at that sunset. We are heading to Myeongdong subway exit 9 to get picked up. Honestly, it's not even on Google Maps, so I'm heading to number 10 and just hoping for the best. Anyway, today is going to be such a good day. We're going to the DMZ. This isn't just like a DMZ visit, it's a proper 10-hour guided tour with a lady called can't breathe, lady called Erica. Not only have we just got the tour, we've got like a couple of like extras as well. We're going to like visit, I'm going to put it on the screen because she sent a message. We're going to be going to visit a suspension bridge. There's like an observatory hall. There's like I think there's like a village or something on there as well. But anyway, I'm heading there now. I think it takes about an hour and a half to get there. This cost, I think 36 quid, 36 quid. What an absolute bargain, especially, like I said yesterday, considering the amount of political unrest there is in the country at the minute between South Korea, North Korea. Not even so much them two, but just the state itself seems to be a little bit edgy at the minute. There's a lot of protests yesterday, as you've seen in my vlog. A lot of police about, and I'm sure today's going to be exactly the same. And we're going even closer to the border with North Korea. So what a day today's going to be. It's going to be incredible. Anyway, I need to find this bus stop, whatever it's called. I've got no idea where I'm going. Don't really want to miss the bus. So yeah, skip to me, hopefully on the bus bay. Hello, is it Erica?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Ellis. How are you? Ellis, yeah, I just spoke to you on the phone.
How did you book this tour?
Online, booking.com.
Booking.com,
Yeah.
okay? So this is here for you to wear that. When you go behind this bus,
Yeah.
there is my bus.
Okay.
Sit over there, okay?
On the bus, yeah?
Yeah, second bus.
Second bus, yeah? Okay, no problem. Shall I just get on it now, shall I? Yeah, okay, thank you. Right, here we go. Oh, my nose is so runny. I've got a cold, I think. I ain't surprised because it's literally like -1. Look, everyone's all wrapped up and I'm in literally my rail saucier dad top and my shorts and socks. Well, anyway, let's head to the bus bay. Right. Oh, at least I'm not the last one on the bus for once. That's good. And I've got a window seat with a little bit of leg room as well, so I'm not going to bore you lot too much with the bus journey because we've got 10 hours of this. So yeah, all the exciting stuff is to come at the DMZ. Honestly, it's going to be incredible, it really is. So yeah, skip to me in the next clip, mate. Right, so we are at stop number 1. It is so cold, by the way. Can you see how can you see my breath? Absolutely Baltic, it really is. Everyone's wearing coats, hats, all wrapped up, and here I am in my shorts and t-shirt. But yeah, stop number 1. This is called the Gamak Suspension Bridge, which I'll tell you a little bit more about it because she has given us a little bit of a briefing on what the significance of this is. So as you can see, we're not actually at the DMZ yet. This is stop number 1. We're here for about 50 minutes. The time is currently, let's have a time check. Time is currently 9:05. I don't know why I'm whispering. 9:05. We're here until 10 to 10, so 45 minutes. So this is a suspension bridge. As you can see, the terrain here is all mountains. And this is a bit close to home, this one is, because the reason this, you'll see it in a sec, we're not there yet, but the reason this suspension bridge was initially built was because obviously allied countries such as the UK historically have defended South Korea, and this bridge was built because British troops were stationed here. Is that a deer? Oh my god, look at that. I don't know if you can see that. British troops were stationed here and they built the bridge to be able to have access between between the mountains, which I think is pretty cool. So we're gonna head up there now, check that out. So we're gonna walk across the bridge, which sways a bit, so that'll be good fun. And then, yeah, we head back over here. It's all quite built up for tourists, as you can see. She did say everywhere that we're gonna be stopping today, DMZ. We've got 3 more stops, by the way, 3 more stops. Got a village to go to, an observatory post, which apparently we're not allowed to video on, because apparently I'll go into it, but apparently South Korea are building some safety military complex directly beneath the observatory post, so we can't video. So anyway, I'm gonna stop rambling. We're gonna head up here and check out the suspension bridge bay. Right, I think I'm nearly at the top. Oh my God, I underestimated how steep this is. Look, here's the current terrain. There's some bunkers here, by the looks of it. And before anyone says, oh, you're losing your marbles, you thought you'd seen deers. No, there is like pretend ornamental deers and squirrels and all sorts of stuff. But, oh, there we go. There's some deers there. As you can tell, I am fighting for my life at the minute. That is seriously steep. If you're not a mobile person, and I'm carrying some timber, by the way, this is probably not for you. She did say it's about a 5 to 7 minute walk up, obviously the same back down as well. So, oh God, hopefully I don't have a heart attack getting to the top, because I don't want to cross the bridge. So we're gonna head up there now. Hopefully I'll see you lot at the top. Right, I think we've arrived. I'm not too sure, we'll find out in a sec if it's here or, oh no, these are the stairs that she said don't go up, because that goes to a temple. Oh my God, have a look at this. Here is the start of the bridge. Oh my God, you can still hear how out of breath I am. Wow. Have a look at that. We are gonna walk across. Oh, they're getting a picture. But yeah, we're gonna walk across. Apparently you can see it's rocking quite a bit. It's a little bit unsteady, but we'll give it a go anyway. The view is absolutely incredible as well. Sorry, I just got to get past them people. Oh my God, I am seriously unfit. Have a look at this view. Absolutely incredible. But like I said, ooh, oh my God, nearly fell over. Yeah, this was built to make mobility and access for the British troops, because have a look at the terrain. Absolutely incredible. And I'm assuming the DMZ is further this way, straight ahead. So, oh my God, it is rocky. So I am now the other side of the suspension bridge. Have a look at this view, by the way. It's absolutely beautiful. I know it's just all terrain, but it's so eerie at the same time being here because of how close we are to the DMZ, or the border with North Korea. But yeah, there's so much history to get through in this video. I don't want to clump it all together and bore the life out of you in one clip. But yeah, here we go, suspension bridge of Gamak Mountain. Anyway, I'm going to head back over the bridge and get back on the bus bay. Right, I lied to you, we're not quite on the bus yet, but have a look at this view. So we're up like this little, she called it a temple, but it's not a temple, it's more like a viewpoint. She did say initially not to come up here because I think what it is, we've only got 50 minutes here. It's already a 7-minute walk into the mountains to get to this point. People pay to do the DMZ and go over the bridge. So this is part of the package. Obviously, the people at the front, this is a bonus for being quick. People say to me all the time, oh, why do you rush things? Why do you go so quick? This is why, because everyone's going across the bridge. As you can see, people from our bus are only just going across. I've already been the other side and come back. Erica, the tour guide, is stood on this side of the bridge. And she said, basically, because we've come back first, she said, instead of going to the bus, if you want, you can go up to the viewpoint because the view is amazing. And let's be honest, she wasn't lying. So that's just a little bonus, because all of these people that are just going over now and coming back ain't gonna be able to come here because we ain't gonna have time. So anyway, this is the last part of the suspension bridge. I'm gonna get back on the bus, hopefully see you lot at the DMZ bay. Right, so we're now at stop number 2, which isn't the DMZ, by the way, so I'm going to keep my mouth shut on where we are, because I think we're going to be heading there in a minute, although Erica has just told us there could be a few complications, but let's hope not. So anyway, we are at a peace park called Imjingak Peace Park. I'm going to get into that in a sec, but Erica, fair play to Erica, she is such a good tour guide. She's just given us another 20-minute in-depth analysis history of the North and South Korea. I would love just to stand there and hold the camera like this and let her do all the speaking, but unfortunately for the vlog it's not going to be great if I just hold the camera there for 20 minutes at a time. You can't really hear her as well, so I would love nothing more than to do that, but unfortunately I'm going to have to summarise it the best I can. So I know a lot of you watching this will probably know a lot of what I'm about to say, so I apologise if I'm repeating what you already know, but there will also be a lot of you watching this that probably don't know the history between the North and South Korea. So very quickly, Japan actually ruled Korea as a whole for 35 years up until the end of the Second World War in 1945, where the United States of America and the Soviet Union split the country in two, with the Soviet Union essentially backing and ruling the North, which is the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, as we know it, North Korea, and then the South, the United States backed Republic of Korea. So in 1948, the North and the South formed, with the help of the USSR and the United States, formed their own governments. This is where the family as we know it of the Kims their reign started. So 1948, Kim Il-sung was headed up as president of North Korea. He ruled until 1994, where his son Kim Jong-il then took over until they both died of heart attacks, by the way, so it didn't look very good for old Kim Jong-un. So he then ruled until 2011, where Kim Jong-un, as we know it today, started his presidency at 25 years old. 25 years old, by the way. That is absolute madness. I was still a baby at 25 years old. So on top of all of that, in 1950, that was the year that Kim Il-sung and North Korea invaded the South. With all that being said, that was the start of the Korean War as we know it for 3 years. Up until that point, the borders between the two countries were shut on 3 days' notice. So where we are at the minute, the Peace Park, this is because Erica said 10 million families between North and South Korea were displaced because they couldn't, as soon as the borders were shut on 3 days' notice, they could not cross after that. And then the 3-year war commenced, and even after there was a ceasefire deal, people could not cross back and forth. So this area here is shut off only twice a year. It's closed off to the public only 2 times a year, which is Independence Day and Thanksgiving. On those 2 days, families from South Korea come here to gather and have drink and food in the hope, as a tradition, that their families will be reunited, because this is basically, there's a freedom bridge over here which doesn't lead directly to North Korea, but it's where prisoners historically have come over this bridge as they cross back to South Korea from the north. So this is a place where people gather, families gather, in hope and a tradition that they will, you know, raise a toast, have some food, and hopefully be reunited with their families. But let's be honest, a lot of the time that hasn't happened. So anyway, this is where we are at the minute. We're here for an hour, got to get some lunch. I'm going to head down here, maybe check out, see if I can get a souvenir. More importantly, I'm absolutely starving, so I'm going to go in here, get a burger. I can see Frank's Burger over there. It's a little bit Western, but it's the only food that we can get. And then we're going to head on to stop number 3, which hopefully is the DMZ. Erica did also say that every single time they come here, we have to fill out a form on the bus, which basically is then sent from Erica to the South Korean military and soldiers to then get us clearance to go towards the DMZ. Obviously we don't go into the DMZ, but we get like viewpoints and we'll learn a little bit more. But she said, Erica said, only a couple of times in the last few years has it been rejected, and that is because, I've got a coffee here, that is because of tensions when they're really high at the border. They just cancel it because it's not safe enough to go. Now, I'll probably just jinxed it. It's not guaranteed that we're going to go, but she said we should be able to, so let's hope we will. Obviously the tensions in North Korea and South Korea are so, well, South Korea specifically, are very, very high at the minute because of this impeachment ruling that is happening in 2 days' time. So hopefully all is well and we'll be able to get to the DMZ. I'm heading back towards, I'm walking back to the bus. I'm going to scrap the food. I'm just going to get some food at the next stop. Anyway, back to the bus and then hopefully on to stop number 3, Bay. Right, so we're now entering the 3rd tunnel, which entails a South Korean soldier getting onto the bus and checking our passports. So, like I said, all the details that we wrote down earlier, where we then get clearance to enter essentially the DMZ, a South Korean soldier has to come on and verify all of our passports. So I don't know how well you can see this, but I'm being told not to video, so yeah, I'm going to put the video down. 24. Thank you.
know if you haven't heard about this, the loudspeaker fight that we're doing every day, okay? So every day from 12 to 18 hours from the borderline, we have thousands of speakers. It's actually them who starts every day the first. They turn on their speaker. There will be like lady or a man talking very aggressively, mostly insulting us, like calling us dogs for America. But who doesn't love dogs, right? But anyways, they insult us like very badly. That's when our side of the troops, we turn on speakers, mostly with music like K-pops, okay? So this is what you're listening to.
So we're about to enter a tunnel that was discovered by the South Koreans, that was dug by the North Koreans to try and invade them during the 1970s. So apparently you're not allowed to video in here. You've got to put all our stuff in the locker. So I'm gonna summarise what Erica said, because it was very interesting. Go and check out the tunnel, and then I'll update you lot on the other end, Betty. Right, I have made it out the tunnel. That was honestly such an incredible experience. She did say when we got here, Erica, this is the best bit of the tour. And guess what? You couldn't film it. Look, they've literally got things here saying no filming. You can't even. I couldn't even take my earpods down. And I know what you're thinking. Why didn't you just take your stuff down anyway and just video? This is why. There's a security checkpoint. I left all my stuff in my pocket on purpose because I thought I'll get down there. No one's going to say anything. Anyway, I got told to go to the back of the queue, put all my stuff in the locker here. Bear in mind, there is like 10 tours here. We're just one of many that have got like 30 or 40 people. So I lost my tour. They was heading down here. Look, there's actual hard hats as well, because it's literally like 4 foot. You bent over, I was smacking my head off everything. Anyway, I had to go to the back of the queue, dump all of my stuff in this locker, and then join the back of the queue and then run to catch everyone up. Honestly, 200 metres down, 200 metres back up. Honestly, people walking up are literally gasping for air, fighting for air. But anyway, the story behind the tunnels is, Erica told us there was four tunnels built by North Korea in the 1970s to, this is after a ceasefire, to basically invade South Korea, because there was a ceasefire agreement where they couldn't attack by land. So the North Koreans built 4 tunnels to invade South Korea, and this was only because the South Korean economy, just as I was touching the 70s, started booming, because the president at the time of South Korea, a lot of the economy was made up from rice fields and agriculture. The Prime Minister of South Korea basically, this is what Eric said, you could fact check this, burnt all of the fields and turned, basically tried driving an economy full of like industrial stuff. So like Hyundai, LG, all opened different warehouses, different productions in South Korea, and the economy absolutely flourished. And this is when North Korea, the Kim Il-sung at the time, got a little bit nervy, and he started then building tunnels because he was afraid of the South Korean economy, not just the economy, like the army growing. So he built these tunnels to invade South Korea. And the significance of tunnel number 3 is because number 1, 2 and 4 were all found, I think, during the late 70s and early 80s. Tunnel number 3 was only found in 1994, and this is a cool story in itself, because the person that built the tunnel designed the tunnel in North Korea, this old boy decided to make the move to North Korea in 1994 due to famine. By the way, the Soviet Union collapsed in 1991, which drove so many North Koreans across the border to South Korea, because life there was just so bad. They had no money. Obviously a communist state backed by the Soviet Union. There was just no money. Apparently, Erica did say the worst period for the North Koreans was between 1994 and about the late 2000s, because there was just literally, there still isn't money now, but there was a lot less than there is now. So this old boy crossed to South Korea, ended up getting in prison for 6 months, and he was writing letters to the South Korean authorities saying, I designed a tunnel that you have not found yet in South Korea. And by this point, the other 3 tunnels have been found anyway. But this old boy was in South Korean jail, sending letter after letter for 6 months to like the South Korean authorities and government saying, I know there's a 3rd tunnel because I helped plan it and construct it. Basically, months go by, he gets released from jail, well, not released from jail, he gets taken out of jail and got brought to this exact location by the South Koreans to say, all right then, find this tunnel. And this is in 1994, by the way. This is what, 20 odd years after it had been built. So God knows how many North Korean soldiers could have got through that tunnel to invade South Korea, sorry. Anyway, he got to the location of where the tunnel was, and he actually lost a leg, because this was probably once upon a time full of mines, and the actual DMZ, 2.5 miles in width, 160 miles in length, is just full of mine, like it's a minefield basically. And this old boy, I shouldn't laugh, it's not funny, came to this tunnel to show the South Koreans and probably strike a deal to hopefully get freedom, lost the leg blew up, and mine blew up and blew his leg off trying to find this. And basically what it was, a water pipe, so this is the significance, a water pipe down that I've just looked at, the burst water pipe, which was caused from this explosion, and I've just went down and looked at that exact same place where this explosion happened, which is absolutely bonkers. Anyway, I've just been told that there is basically another little bit for you. The 38th parallel is a straight line, which I'll try and put on a map here, which is a straight line of which the border was agreed after World War II between the Soviet Union and the United States. A straight line. Obviously since that, the I think it's called the MDL, it's called the military demarcation zone, I think it is, which is basically the new land border between South Korea and North Korea around the DMZ. So it has been pushed forward, which basically means where we are at the minute, we can walk between the original borders between North Korea and South Korea when it was just the straight 38th parallel. So I'll be able to step literally from South Korea to North Korea by the old 38th parallel land border. So anyway, let's go and find that and see how we get on there. Right, here we go then. Look, South Korea, 38th parallel, 2011. So this is North Korea, the old border anyway. That is pretty cool in itself. But anyway, we're now going to be heading up. I don't know how well you can see this. This is like an observatory post where apparently you're not allowed to video again, but she did say there's some very loud music playing up there, which I'd already been told North Korea have started playing profanity, people shouting, males and females shouting, so the South Koreans can hear it across the border, which is madness. So in response to that, South Korea themselves are playing some kind of pop music. We're going to head up there now and hopefully we'll be able to hear some of this shouting bay. So we're now heading to the observatory post. She said again, we can't video. So this is the old observatory post. There's a new one up here. We're going to be walking to that grey building where we're actually going to be able to see North Korea, which is crazy. She sent us a load of pictures, which it depends how much I can see up there, because if not, I'm gonna have to just plug these pictures on the screen, which is a bit annoying because I don't really get why they'd let you come up here, but then just not take pictures. Like, this is what I've been waiting for, to actually see North Korea. Oh, stop videoing. Right, so I got told to stop videoing because to the right here, don't know how well you can see it, I'm in front of the guide now, so she can't see me. So I'm being a little bit naughty, but there's a South Korean guard post, a lookout over to North Korea. So yeah, it's just all to do with the security, but I don't know how well you can hear it. Hopefully we'll hear it a little bit better up here. Another hill, by the way. Oh my God, so unfit, but you can hear the South Korean pop music being played. Obviously I need to be a bit discreet with the camera, so I'm going to pop it away and I'll give you an update shortly, babe. Right, I'm going to be as discreet as possible here. I definitely haven't seen any signs saying do not video. Definitely haven't seen any, so yeah, have a look at this. If you can see here, I don't know how well you can see this, there's a line of like browny red silt. Just here, there's a river. I don't know if you can see the river. This side of the river, there's a layer of like orange sand. That is the border with with North Korea. Again, I don't know how well you can see this. Right where my finger's pointing, there is a flag. That's North Korea flag, which is 160 meters high. There's also two villages. There's a South Korean village here and also a North Korean village as well. The North Korean village you can see over here, it was built in 1953 after the First Korean War as like a show of, look at us, we're North Korea, look what we can build, we've got concrete houses, but the windows are literally drawn on apparently with like pen or like marker pen. So yeah, very, very surreal place to be. Where we've just come from, so where we was in that bunker is where that tennis court is down there. So I'm not joking, there's probably no more than 100 meters between the bunker where we've just went in to the border with North Korea. Anyway, I don't think I can video too much more because I'm sure I'm allowed to. I'm definitely allowed to be videoing, but yeah, I don't want to annoy people. If you know, you know. So yeah, once and for all, a view of North Korea Bay. I've got to say, this must be the coolest cafe in the world. Like a cafe overlooking North Korea. Absolutely unreal. Imagine being able to get a beer here. Not quite sure you're going to be able to, but anyway, I'm going to head back downstairs because you can hear the music being played from the South Korean side and the North Korean side. So we're going to go head downstairs, listen to that, and then I'm going to try and ask Erica, the tour guide, what she thinks about the political turmoil at the minute, the impeachment that's due to be ruled in favour or out of favour on Friday. So we're going to check that out, head downstairs now and check it all out, Betty. Can I video out here? Hmm? Can I video here?
Yeah,
yeah.
okay.
I can hear the music now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that coming from the South Korea side?
Yes. Hold on. Yes, it's coming from South Korea.
Will we hear the North Korean
I don't think
music?
so.
No.
Because the music has to stop in order for you to listen to the North Korean side.
Yeah, yeah,
I think they're going to stop any minute now.
Ah, okay. Oh, you can hear it, yeah.
Are you an influencer?
No, I wouldn't call it an influencer, no. Just make videos. But yeah, post on YouTube, yeah. I don't like the word influencer. Can you hear that? It's like Korean pop music. Oh my God, that's to drown out the Korean spouting profanity into South Korea. That is madness. Korean pop being blasted out at the DMZ. Anyway, I'm going to ask Erica about the political status. I'm not sure if she's going to want to be videoed though, but we'll give it a go anyway. Is it not dangerous? You know, obviously the impeachment coming up on Friday, or is it Sunday or Friday?
It could be dangerous because last week, we had a person who put fuel on her body.
Fuel on her body?
Yeah, he just burned himself in the city hall.
In Seoul?
In city hall.
Oh wow. Okay, so what is
in that cases, it could be dangerous.
Okay. I seen a lot of protests yesterday, a lot of police. Yeah. Is the court ruling happening Friday or Sunday?
Friday.
Friday. Okay.
Friday 11 a.m.
How do you feel about it being from South Korea? Is it what are you hoping for?
I can't really say.
You can't really. What a modern case.
Anything that's politically.
Yeah. No, I understand. Is it President Yoon could potentially be reinstated as Prime Minister?
Yeah, I think so. I think he's almost there to get.
Wow. What, to come back?
I don't know, because it's actually equally right now. It's like 50-50 right now, so nobody really knows.
Nobody actually knows, yeah. Who's making the decision? Is it the National Assembly?
National Assembly.
Oh wow, so it's a big day, because I've seen those like buses cancelled and you can't get public transport. Is it only the train that's going to be operating, the subway?
Only the train, but even the train is not going to be stopping in this certain station.
Yeah, I fly out on Friday. I fly to Japan on Friday, so hopefully my flight won't get cancelled.
Yeah. It's not going to be cancelled, but you just need to know how to get
there to the airport. Yeah. Thank you very much. Anyway, where are we off to next? Is this
the Unification Village?
Unification Village we go, Betty. So we have made it to the Unification Village, which by the looks of it is a souvenir shop and restaurant. So I'm going to head inside. As you can see, I do collect bracelets, not very often. It's either if someone comes up to me and tries selling them to me, I'll probably buy one. So I'm going to head in here. This is quite a significant place to be. So I'm going to see if I can get a bracelet. If not, I will get a souvenir. But I don't know if you could tell, I had to cut off from getting onto the bus, but I don't feel like Erica, she couldn't really say what she felt. Obviously, number one, there's a camera in her face, but I did ask if I could video and she said yes. And number two, I don't feel like she would say exactly how she felt anyway, even if there wasn't a camera in her face. It's very political, and the job that she's got, she's freelance. It's a bit risky to say, to speak your mind, which is a bit of a shame. But what she did say is there's like a 50-50 chance, probably not exactly 50-50, but there is a chance that President, was it Yoon? I think it was, the one that initially put South Korea in martial law back in December, could be reinstated as their acting leader, which I don't know the ins and outs, like I said. Please do your own research. I'm just showing you the experience of the DMZ tour. I'm trying to relay all the information the tour guide's given me in the most simple way I can. So please don't come at me going, oh my God, you don't know what you're talking about, because I'm just trying to give you guys a bit of an insight, you know what I mean? But it's not the most entertaining vlog because you've got to be quite serious, so I can't really have too much of a joke, but it's a little bit educational. But anyway, I think it's madness that this old boy can get back into presidency and rule South Korea after all the controversy is already caused. What does this mean for South Korea? What does it mean for South Korea? Could he put them back in martial law? I don't know, but this vlog is going to go out 2 or 3 days after today, which will be Friday or Saturday. The impeachment ruling is on Friday. So by the time this goes out, we will know the result, and it's going to be world news. This will be world news. So we will know the result of whether President Yoon, whatever his name is, will be back in the hot seat or not. So I'm lucky that my flight out of South Korea is at midday on Friday. So hopefully, no matter what the ruling is, I'll hopefully be able to just escape all of the chaos and get out the firing line. Excuse the pun, hopefully not a firing line. But anyway, yeah, all will be revealed in due course. I'm going to head into the souvenir shop and see if I can get a bracelet back. Oh man, look how busy this gaff is. Look at the queue. The queue to pay for souvenirs is long. The only way I'm going to jump in this queue here is if they have a bracelet. If there's not a bracelet, I am wasting my time. We've only got 20 minutes here and I've already been 10 minutes messing around, so yeah, let's see what we can find. Right, bad news is there is no bracelets. The nearest thing I've got, and this isn't me being a tight git by the way, there is no bracelets, and the queue is still very, very big, is a necklace. So this necklace is pretty cool. It literally says DMZ on it, and to be honest, when I buy stuff, souvenirs, gifts or whatever, I like buying stuff that I can wear or like get use out of. That's why I've got bracelets. So that necklace could be a good idea, but it also is a little bit I've got to be careful what I say. I'm probably just gonna have to mute that. But I would probably look like an anime character. Look at my hair. My hair is looking very Asian at the minute. Sorry, thank you. And then with a DMZ bloody Dragon Ball Z necklace hanging around my neck, probably not the good look that I'm hoping for. So anyway, I'm gonna head back to the bus and I'll update you guys on where we're heading to next, babe. Right, I have safely made it back into the capital city that is Seoul. By the way, all of these tents are tents that are set up ready for the protest today, tomorrow and the impeachment day. Erica on the bus, the tour guide, said they've actually been here for months already protesting. Absolutely crazy. And there's people, look, all everywhere, people already protesting. But anyway, I am currently outside a palace that's got quite a lot of significance actually, because the South Koreans' favourite king, King Tajo, I think it was, his name was, I'm going to plug it up here anyway, this is their most worshipped king and this is where he lives. So if you watched my vlog yesterday, there was a lot of people wearing traditional like clothing that I thought was fancy dress. I thought they was all trying to do their best Elsa from Frozen impression, but yeah, here they are. If you wear traditional clothing, hanbok I think it's called, you get free entry into this palace, which you have to pay for. You buy the tickets over here. I think it's only like 4 or 5 quid, but that is why you see so many people, men, women, children, dressed up in Elsa costumes, because you get free entry into the palace. Bet you didn't know that, nor did I. But anyway, I am heading to Japan to watch the Formula 1 at the weekend. I am going to be vlogging all of this chaos in Seoul over the next few days. So if you've watched this far, thank you very much for watching. That tour cost 38 quid by the way, which I think was an incredible price considering the experience and just the history that you learned. So thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not already. Love you all. See you in the next video. Peace.